they change after you guys. That was like the fashion faux pas back in high school.
What I really want to know is how 1 to 10, where's Rock Lobster for you? B-52s.
It's a solid 5.
You're not a big.
Five.
Are you not a big B-52s fan?
I don't know what it is about.
Is it the hair?
I actually like the hair.
I like the hair too.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, kid show. It's something about his voice. I don't know what it is, man. Something about his voice. But it's but we're back, as I was calling this. The holiday hiatus is over.
26, baby.
Yeah, I have not gotten to the gym enough yet, and that's a bad thing. Need to get to the gym.
Look, here's what's great about the new year. The world of opportunity. Everything's available. Everything's on the table. We're going to get Grant on skates this year.
Let's talk about Grant for a second here, because we are coming off. We're coming off the holiday hiatus. Hats off to your Steelers, by the way. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. What if I got a coach fired and John Harbaugh? Yeah.
What's the song? He's not as good as he once was.
Not as good as he once was, but once he's
once he's good as he ever was.
That's
yeah,
right. There you go.
Well, job done.
We had an awesome gig on December 23rd. It was so awesome that I just got a text from a guy who was there about booking us for another gig. Nice. And someone decided not to show up. Now
I couldn't make it. I made that well aware that I couldn't make it.
Now normally you get a text.
I told
my bad. Or that there was no, and we also foreshadowed. Hey, if you show up, get a Christmas gift. I mean,
I couldn't make it.
And it's funny because what's down there by your foot over there?
It looks like a bag.
Could it be? Wow. Is it a bag? It feels probably a little heavy because it could be a bag of coal.
Wow.
It could be a bag of coal. This is live on YouTube.
Oh
folks.
my! I don't even think they can see me. Hold on.
Well, you might have to
zoom out
or something there.
You're gonna have to get the camera.
As bad as you bet.
Yeah.
I mean, naughty list. I want to come. I want to come see you guys play. I want to come to a practice.
Can I get a free round of golf?
Wingo? Yeah, right. Can you guys get me at Tampa Wingo?
You invited me to your practice the day after Thanksgiving when I was out of town. And the day after Christmas.
Yeah, those are the best times to go.
No, it's
all right. So listen to this. Here's the deal. Our final game of the season.
You're already done?
Well, for the regular season, we start playoffs on.
Is it for Ladue?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Final game of the season, January 23rd, I believe. That's Saturday or something. It's a Sunday. Against
Wow.
Against the Jags.
Against the Jaguars.
Yeah, against the Jaguars. So I'm thinking maybe somebody could come down.
Can I come support throughout the week, get the boys ready for
100%. 100%. You come to that Friday practice. And there's girls. We have boys and girls.
You know what?
Get me on the skates.
Maybe we should have him do the segment interview.
Oh, I was thinking maybe we could have him dress up as a goalie practice with a second jersey.
That would be awesome. I actually think maybe this is me being over. I think I could play goalie. What level of hockey are you
put it out there?
There's no way.
What level are you at?
It's basically, it's JV hockey, but it's basically AA midgets level hockey.
What's the youngest age of hockey you coach?
That I've ever coached, or I coach now?
You coach
I could get you on the ice right now with a 6U team. I could get you on the ice with a 6U team easily.
Dominate.
They would kill you.
No, I would save every shot.
In fact, Joe Watson, shout out to one of our contributing sponsors to the Mid-States Too Many Men Game of the Week, is a 8U coach with the St. Louis Rockets. They would snipe you.
10U is where I'd be concerned. 11U, really.
All right. Okay. I feel a challenge. We're gonna do this. Open your gift, by the way. Never mind the weight there at the bottom.
And then we got an actual show.
Yeah. Wow. So we were talking about
look
shirts.
at
that thing.
I was about to say, what do I have to get one of those?
Look at that's a Bauer.
That's
a Bauer. Look at that thing.
That's nice. You know what this is nice for?
I think that's a medium too, so that should fit you perfectly.
It's a nice golfing. That's a nice golfing.
Well, if you show up to the practice, you come see our gig, we may get you out of Tap Wingo because apparently we are on the verge of getting a regular standing gig at Tap Wingo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was actually with the Favazas friends of both of yours.
Yeah.
Over the New Year's, we were in
Yeah,
Branson,
yeah.
and they said they're gonna come out to the next gig, so
I know
I
they
have to
are.
come.
They already came.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate day.
He went to high school with Mary Favaza and Nee Sullivan. Nee, like that? How often do you get to use the word nee when you're talking about?
Mary Sullivan.
Those are my days of Wikipedia. And they came out to our December 11th gig. The other gig that you.
Every gig you do, I'm busy.
When?
I'm a busy man.
That's not even close to accurate. All right. Anyways, we got a show to do here.
Dude.
We've got some great guests. But before we get into that, we got to talk a little bit about just a huge win for the Parkway South. I mean, Parkway South, the Patriots, going against their arch nemesis and everybody in the Parkway School District and the suburban league's nemesis, Parkway West. What a win! A 4-2 win. The day after New Year's, so January 2nd, 4-2 win. We didn't get a chance to talk to the coach. We still would love to get a couple of their stars. In fact, if we look back here, we see that Jesse Hayes, Colin Waters, and Jensen Damier were the 3 stars of the game. Their goaltender made 28 saves. Colin Walters had a goal and an assist, and then the big dog Jesse Hayes had a hat trick to lead the Patriots to that 4-2 victory over West.
So you know what they were pumped about the New Year. I mean, they were started the New Year strong.
They started the New Year strong, and similar to our erstwhile producer here, he's going to start the New Year strong by hitting. I think it's going to be a couple of.
That's a big word, erstwhile.
I said knee and erstwhile in the same
Kids, and I want to get on the ice. That's my goal for this New Year.
Well, you now have an official Too Many Men on the Mic Bauer 3/4 zip fleece that you can wear everywhere from the golf course to the rink, and
even a gig.
And in the gig, you'll be one of the only ones there with like our roadie. So
wow,
good to go.
Yeah, I'll be your groupies.
Well, aside from South and West playing and South bringing the heat to the brand new year, we got a great guest today.
Absolutely.
We are going western side of the United States. We're going up into the Northwest, in particular, up to Idaho, the Idaho Falls Eagles Youth Hockey Club. And Grant, I believe we've got Kylie Robinson on hold and ready to join the show. Kylie, this is Drew with Too Many Men on the Mic. Can you hear us? And how are you today?
How are you doing today?
We're doing fantastic. We were just saying one of the things we love is talking to Youth Hockey Association members from all parts of the country. And I love it. We're talking to Idaho today. So tell us about the Idaho Fall Eagles Hockey Club and tell us some things that are unique about youth hockey up in Idaho.
Well, we're definitely not like it is back there. Definitely a lot smaller over here than it is over there. Let's start off with kind of like the start. We were founded back in 1963. Idaho Falls was one of the first hockey associations in Idaho. We're older than our affiliate, IAHA, as well. We're ancient compared to everybody else here in Idaho. We were established by Joe Marlowe and Wayne Leto. They came from Boston and brought the love of hockey to Idaho and built everything that we had from the ground up. They helped do both of the original ice rinks, including the one that we use today. The vision that they laid and the foundation was for generations, for local players to learn how to grow and compete at every level here in Idaho Falls.
I love it. Idaho by way of Boston.
Well, I've spent a lot of time in some of those other areas of Idaho that Callie was referring to. I used to work for a company that was out in Boise, and they have the ECHL team there. So, the fact that you are the trailblazer for Idaho youth hockey and how that's migrated across the state. I mean, that's something to be pretty proud of because I know that in the areas I've been to, hockey's is pretty well regarded. So thank you for joining in on that. Drew and I have a few questions that we'd like to ask the different organizations that we get a chance to interview because, like you had mentioned, everyone has this unique story as this wonderful sport has kind of grown and evolved across the nation. You mentioned that you had folks who came from Boston and from out east. So I'm assuming had a traditional hockey upbringing. Tell me a little bit about what it's like for an Idaho Falls Eagle who's starting out at 6U and what his or her journey's like to high school player. I think that's such a fascinating journey, and we hear it's different for everyone around the country. I'd love to hear what makes Idaho Falls Eagles, the best in Idaho.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that. At IFYHA, we try to provide clear and progressive and exciting pathway. My youngest two daughters started out on the ice at 2 years old, so they were barely walking when we had them on the ice. At that age, they start with the learn to play focus, mostly learning how to stand and playing the game so that they love being on the ice. At 8U, it's when they start kind of learning how to do the more fundamental exercises, but still being able to keep the games and the fun and the love of the game in the kids' hearts. When you get to 12U or to 10U and 12U, they start refining their skills, exploring more opportunities if they're interested for a little bit higher level of play, where at that age then they can start to travel to go to different associations like Boise and Salmon and Sun Valley. And then they can be able to kind of do that for a broader competition. At 14U, they do start to spread their wings and try out, introduce a healthy competition. Where we live, we don't have hundreds of players in one division, so it makes it a little bit easier on us that everybody gets to play normally. And then when we get into high school, they get to start with our city league, which is our house play for those kids that don't want to travel. Then we have our high school travel, which is able to travel to all of the other associations, and they actually attended nationals in 2024, so that was exciting.
Oh yeah.
And then you get to the 16 and 18, which is more of a higher competition when you're at that age to be able to excel. And at that point, then people start to decide where they're going for college and if they're going to continue their hockey career.
You mentioned travel a couple times for some younger players, but then also some of your high school players as well. Do some of your travel teams play a regional schedule against clubs, perhaps in adjacent states, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming?
Not so much as a regional club. The way IFYHA runs is we're a house rep program that occasionally travels. And so we give the option to be able to, quote unquote, travel to a different location to experience their tournament. But we don't have so much as like a regional team that travels to regional tournaments. But our travel teams, we do travel to Utah and Montana and Wyoming, and we have a couple going to California, and we go to Arizona. And we were just in Sarnia this past weekend with
Sarnia, Blue Water Bridge, Campbell Street. Now you're talking my language there. That's Did you guys fly into Detroit and drive up over the Blue Water Bridge, or where'd you guys fly into there?
Nope. Me and my family, we drove.
What?
Wow.
It was about 27 hours. We stopped halfway there in Des Moines and then continued on. But when we came home, my husband and I drove the entire way.
Wow. You went up, probably went up through Michigan then, I'm assuming, and went up 94 across the Blue Water Bridge. The water probably wasn't very blue at that time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we have a really good friend of ours. She's a local hockey coach here in St. Louis, but she's originally from Sarnia. And she's an excellent girls. She's actually a hockey coach, but she focuses on our higher level girls here in St. Louis. And whenever I hear Sarnia or Windsor, that's kind of by the area where I grew up. So I hope you had a lot of fun there. Did you have any poutine?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Say that again one more time.
Did you have any poutine?
I did.
Did you like it? No. Okay. Yeah.
I think that it probably wasn't.
Well, I can only speak to my personal experience, and Sarnia is the coolest place I have. But it's super cool.
Yeah, there's a little island in between Port Huron and Sarnia called Wapu Island, and I played hockey there. Actually, it was I don't know how we figured this out, but I was out there with my dad and my two uncles, and we were out with a bunch of, I don't know why we decided to go to Wapu Island, Canada, but it's cold. It's not.
Yeah.
Well, Kylie, can you hang around for a little bit? We've got to pay a few bills here and do a couple of advertising reads. But we'd love to, obviously continue to talk more about youth hockey in Idaho Falls. That's the Eastern Idaho area. And just talk a little bit more about that pathway. I'm really fascinated about the high school experience and how that works. And then also notice that you guys are hosting tournaments as well. And, so if you've got some time to stick around, we'd love to continue the conversation after the break.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay, well, great. Well, that segment of the Too Many Men on the Mic show is brought to you by 5B Designs. St. Louis hockey families and business leaders, if you need custom gear that stands out and stands for something, it's time to meet 5B Designs. Founded by Shannon Brahini, a proud St. Louis mom and entrepreneur, 5B Designs is a woman-owned small business that brings purpose to custom apparel. Whether you're suiting up your youth or high school hockey team or leveling up your company's branded swag, 5B delivers top-notch quality with a personal touch. You need a team store? No problem. You can look just like our producer Grant with that awesome Bauer 3/4.
Yeah,
yes, sir. Corporate polos or event giveaways, they've got you covered. 5B makes it easy with fast turnaround, flexible service, and designs your players or employees will love to wear. Check them out at stores.inksoft.com/5B Designs. That's the word 5, and see what purpose-driven apparel looks like. Let's come back with Flower and Eagle Station. We'll come back with Flower and Eagle.
Oh, okay.
He has to know that one, right? Got Flower and Eagle.
Probably. If I heard it.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only
Tobacco user
per month level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies
Oh,
of
that
$500,000 and above.
Well, Owen
you're
has
looking
got
for new
sickness.
or replacement
It's not
term
made
life
its way to
insurance,
him.
call right now.
Which I'm glad he's got it now.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it before we go to Buffalo.
Yeah.
But the silver lining, is I don't have to drive to Pacific at 6:15.
Oh.
Fantastic.
So I was messing around with a little Colin Hayes. Men at work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Play a little Overkill and a couple other Men at Work songs.
Did you listen to Cake's version of Guitar Man?
Not yet. I'm
You
going
gotta
to
check it out.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
going
you're gonna like it. It's a little bit more, a little bit better, a little bit more of a beat, a little bouncier. The Bread one's good, but it's kind of like, it's got that,
it's got that
pedal steel,
sweeping,
that sweeping pedal steel. Yeah. And I love a pedal steel.
Yeah.
But that Cake one's a little bit more like, a little bit more of a
I
beat.
just like, I like that bridge where he's like, that he does that walk at chromatic an A minor, then A minor major 7, and then an A7.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Familiar.
That's right. You should be familiar. You're a band guy.
No.
That's right. Because if you were, you would have showed up.
I can't wait to get you on skates, Grant.
That's what I'm most excited about.
We really have to like dial in the date that this is gonna happen.
I'm in
real
on
thing.
that.
When's our ice for Ladue never ends. Right?
Never,
Alright.
ever present.
So we should target like spring break-ish
Sure.
around sometime in March. When we know we might be lighter.
Let's do it,
kids.
Supposed to get cold again this weekend. But I think Saturday morning when we play, we should come to the table with each of us come with 3 new songs.
Let's do Guitar Man.
Yep, I'd like. I'll to the Cake version tonight. I'll come up with 2 other ones.
Yeah.
Come with 3 more, and you should come up with one that either of us don't know.
Wow.
I think I have one. Right.
I'm gonna bring a Hall and Oates one in. I just gotta find the right one that we can potentially sing.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing with those guys. It's like Zeppelin. You gotta find the
Gotta find the right range.
right.
Can someone explain to me what's going on with Hofer and Bennington?
Well, I'm a
Why
big
did
fan
Hofer
after
not
watching
go
that pathetic game last night. That it's time to deal Bennington.
Why was he not in? Why was Hofer peeking around the corner?
I mean,
You see that?
you mean why is John Gibson like undefeated in his last 7 starts for the Red Wings?
Oh,
No, did you not see the Hofer thing?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
I don't know what that
Who
was.
knows, man?
But when you lose 7-3, I think was the final last night, to Chicago, it was really not very good.
Well, maybe might be available soon.
A few of my friends who all of a sudden are big hockey fans said they were gonna go. They went to the game, giving them shit like, why would you go on December 7th to lose Blackhawks in the middle of the week to watch 2 terrible teams?
Black
I mean, sorry, why would you go watch the awful Blues? 30 more seconds.
hockey.
All right, I'm gonna do the ad read.
Yeah.
I'm coming in after you play
Fly
Fly
Like
Like
an
an Eagle.
Yep. It is hockey, but it seems like an inopportune date. Do it all on a weekend.
Can you forward to the chorus? Fly like an eagle. Yeah. Why don't we do that? Hey, you can go to the alumni bar. You can call and go.
Oh, here we go.
We're talking Idaho Falls Eagle hockey.
Fly like an eagle.
Fly like an eagle, that's right. But before we get back to the conversation, this segment of Too Many Men on the Mic is brought to you by Big Bear Tournaments. Looking for one more tournament before the playoffs start? Big Bear Tournaments is looking for 2 more 14 new teams at their Paris of the Plains event in Kansas City the weekend of January 30th. And all age groups right here in St. Louis on President's Day weekend for the Gateway Tournament. Now through January 12th, sign up for either event at bigbeartournaments.com. Tell them Too Many Men on the Mic sent you and save $500 on the registration fee. That is bigbeartournaments.com. $500, man. That's a pretty good deal.
Better than nothing.
Right?
That's a lot of money, actually, too, when you think about it.
It is.
I mean, the average tournament cost is $2,500. So you're taking
You're going to do math, aren't you?
20%.
Nice.
Math is undefeated. Math is undefeated.
All right. Well, let's get back with Idaho discussion with Kylie. And Jared, I think you were tipping your hand a little bit and were wanting to take us on a journey if you're some questions.
Yeah, Kylie. And again, thanks for joining us here, folks. We have Kylie Johnson with the Idaho Falls Youth Hockey Organization Eagles. She's been kind enough to join us here. And Kylie, one of the things that that is unique to St. Louis, and there's uniqueness in youth hockey sports all across the country. You know, every organization statewide and district-wide is different. In St. Louis, we have a very unique model where, you know, kids play club hockey amongst about, you know, I would say about a dozen different youth hockey organizations. And then as they age up into the high school level, they go and play for their high school. And they're still, the high school, you know, league is separate from and the journey is a little bit separate from our youth hockey. And so there's, it's really two different paths as the kids who continue to play club hockey go on and play 18U and 16U, as you mentioned. And then we've got this, you know, this really a great spirited league. We call it Mid-States Hockey, which is our high school program. As I'm reading your website here, it looks like you're preparing the majority of your kids to play high school. And I'm curious, is that all at one high school? Is that at several different high schools that play against each other? Just kind of like draw us a map for what that looks like, because, you know, we're always looking for ideas from other organizations, just like as coaches, we're always looking for other ideas from other coaches. I'd love to kind of hear what that makeup looks like.
Yes, I can lead that for you. It's still leading into competition. So in Idaho Falls, we have six high schools altogether, including a couple of new ones. But none of the high schools have enough players to have a team themselves. And so a couple of years ago, we had combined all of the high schools, so they all are just in one high school league. Now it's not like Idaho Falls High School against Vaudeville High School or Hillcrest or anything like that, because we didn't have enough kids. And so we combined everything to have just one or two. We have a JV and a varsity that are high school that would go to attend the high school tournament.
Gotcha. So when you're looking at the different tournaments, like a Big Bear tournament, for instance, has that one's for you, Mark. If you're listening. Like a Big Bear tournament that has a high school division, they would have kind of a consolidated group of kids who maybe didn't grow up playing together or weren't always on the same team, but now they're on this high school team. They're going to play against other high school teams at that age level in tournaments.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's hard.
Oh, sure.
Our closest break is about an hour and a half away.
Oh, wow.
And that would be over into Victor, Idaho. The next closest is about 2.5, and then we have a 3.5 for Salmon, Idaho, and Sun Valley. So nobody is really close here, and nobody really has multiple high schools like what we do, aside from Boise
Sure.
or McCall, and the northern associations would have more high schools as well.
Mm.
But where we're just kind of just this little association, we have just under 300 players from
Sure.
able to field as many teams with not having that many players.
Kylie, you just alluded to it a little bit. I have to believe there's probably some natural discussion with some of the other Idaho associations. And does that create, do you consult with each other? And do those discussions help guide some of the programming the Eagles do specifically? And then how does USA Hockey get involved with you from the district?
Honestly, I can't answer that. I have never spoken to anybody from USA Hockey. Aside from maybe Kathleen Smith, but I haven't spoken with her in a long time. But the associations ourselves, if we don't have enough players,
Mhm.
then we do communicate with other associations. This season and last season, we combined with Sam and Utah to be able to field a U19 World.
Excellent.
Oh, great.
One of us had enough to be able to have a team.
That actually triggers another question that I had. Is talk to us a little bit about the coaching talent. I mean, you had mentioned that the history of Idaho Falls Eagle hockey originated from Boston as a couple of folks moved out west, and they helped found the organization. Typically, what we see here, especially in St. Louis, is a lot of coaches are moms and dads who played the game locally, and then we see an influx of moms and dads and sometimes other folks who maybe didn't play but become kind of assistant coaches, and then catch this love for the game. What's the coaching talent like, and how are you all developing your coaches there?
We are a lot of parent coaches, just like kind of some other associations. Wayne Leto, when he created IFYHA, they brought every knowledge that they had from life on us. They were full of information. Wayne's son, Mike, was also a president of IFYHA. He worked with USA Hockey, he did IAHA, and he has probably forgotten more information on hockey than a lot of us will ever know.
I believe it.
Idaho. He is a walking hockey encyclopedia. He is absolutely fantastic. We did have one president, his name was Sean Rickle, and he actually came back from back east, Minnesota, Wisconsin area, and he had so much information that when we created our coaching collaboration this season, that Mike and John are actually our heads to be able to get all of our younger coaches, our less experienced coaches, on the same page to be able to help them figure out how they need to coach, and if they're having difficulty, try to give them a path that will help them be able to succeed as a coach.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the playbook for a lot of organizations, especially when they don't have that traditional hockey market, so to speak. And we talk about traditional hockey markets. We talk about NHL markets where you have an NHL team that acts like that anchor, and the youth organizations usually sprout up around it. To that effect, I know they're over in Boise, Boise's what, about 3 hours away from where you are?
It is.
Yeah. Do you so that's called research.
Look at you laying down some knowledge.
Do you guys have a relationship with the Steelheads? The ECHL team there. I know that in the markets where there's no NHL presence, a lot of times there is an ECHL or an AHL presence, and they tend to support or work with the clubs and the different organizations in the state. Do you guys have a relationship with Steelheads?
Not in that area with that particular group. In Idaho Falls, we have like our Idaho Falls section, which is the NCDC.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
they had actually won the Nadine Cup. The end of the season, I think it was April. And we have a lot of our parents are village, so they house a lot of the spec teams, and the spec teams are do a lot with our families. Not so much on the ice, but they do promote and try to get the community involved when they're able.
That's the best name I've heard for a hockey team. The
Fantastic
Spud
name.
Kings.
Love it.
We need a jersey. We need a jersey.
Yeah.
So the last thing I was going to ask, and this is back on the coaching piece as well, because that was kind of why I was asking about the Steelheads. If your coaches have any,
Knowledge transfer.
knowledge transfer, is as you're getting volunteers, sometimes being voluntold, is there a developing adult hockey presence there? What I've personally found is a lot of the parents that I've gotten to know by coaching their kids who didn't necessarily know how to skate or know how to play hockey got really involved with adult hockey, whether it's co-ed or men's league. Do you guys have that presence or that organization in Idaho Falls as well?
We do. Yeah, we have the Idaho Falls Adult Hockey League. They're a league, not an association. So I have to say all of the letters out loud. And so, yeah, a lot of our parents actually play in there, and we've been trying to push the adult skills and drills to kind of help some of our parents and some of our coaches become better players and be able to teach and explain and things like that. I know my husband, we sponsor a team for the adult league. He no longer plays due to injuries, but a lot of our parents and our coaches also play with the adult league.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. That'll help, with that next generation, and it really provides we've heard this term before, a fertile garden to grow hockey.
That's right.
So,
Well, and I just love hearing about more people getting involved in men's league, especially people that haven't grown up playing hockey.
don't like hearing about the
I know. That's the thing with men's hockey, the injuries. Kylie, I want to shift gears a little bit and just point out, I think Jared actually found this through his research. You host 9 tournaments, and do you do those on your own, or do you work with companies to help promote those?
We do them all on our own. So
Impressive.
each division has the director and their team manager, and some of their parent volunteers will help organize and schedule to make sure that the tournaments run and are able to be successful. Everything in-house, we do it all.
Well, it sounds like you've got a strong community. You were just mentioning, I think you and your husband sponsor a men's team. Talk a little bit about the community and how they get involved in hockey. Is there a lot of community support outside of you and your husband? And what's the business community like in supporting hockey?
There are a lot of businesses that do support hockey. There's a lot of sponsors, and we have the corporate and the community support because it's still kind of active and physical engagement. Since I have been president, this will be my 3rd season. This year we've done a couple of different things to kind of get IFYJ's name out there, kind of the face to the association. And we had done kind of like the bigger things here in Idaho Falls. We had done the 4th of July parade for Idaho Falls. We had sat down with the city of Ammon and did their Ammon Field Days. And we had just recently did a food basket for, a food drive for our community food basket. And then we have like sponsorship for teams and things like that for the girls that just went to Canada as they fundraise to help pay some of their travel fees and costs.
Sure.
To be able to go.
Well, I'm looking at the 3D tour of the rink here, the Joe Marmo and Wayne Little rink. And if you guys ever want to branch out and work on getting even more folks to come in for your tournament, I definitely think you have the facilities for it. We'd love to connect you to some of our contacts who can help with that.
I think that would be great. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Kylie, this has been awesome. Thanks so much for joining us today.
And Kylie, you were great. You were fantastic.
You did awesome.
You were fantastic.
Thank you. I did want to mention, so my husband and I have and you guys you had 3 of the people that were at the symposium back in Ohio.
Oh yeah, yeah.
To me, and he said, I was there. And I said, you were there.
Oh, so your husband's a level 5 too. Kind of, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
He and I have something in common. Yeah. He and I.
I know what you're gonna ask me.
Drew could have gone to that level 5 symposium.
Oh, it's just dropping a kid off at college.
Awesome.
Kylie, I'll see you there.
Well, we'll see you there in 2027, and maybe I'll get to do my my coach that one of my to finish my level 5. I had to put together a coach's kind of course, and yeah, maybe I'll get to be the instructor, but we'll see.
You can write a thesis. That's what my husband is.
Well, Kylie, go Eagles. Thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck to you, the organization, in 2026. We'll keep in touch, and thank you for joining us. You're phenomenal today.
Great. Thank you so much for having us. Have a good day.
You too.
Huh, I didn't know.
See, I mean, you can't make that up. She brought the level 5 up, and you just picked it up and grabbed it.
I mean, that was the sauce.
That was just a,
That was just a
it was
sauce.
just sitting out
Just
there.
sitting out there.
Just sitting.
I mean, that was easier to pick up than
Grant not come to a show.
Exactly. There you go. Well, we've got a big game coming up tomorrow night out in the lovely St. Charles County at the Recplex between two just pretty bitter rivals. I know you've had a chance to talk to the head coach for Fort Zumwalt East. I'm actually speaking with their head coach, Coach Rogers, here after our show for Fort Zumwalt North. Mid-States game of the week, pregame tomorrow at 7:25 on AM 590 KLIS, or you can watch the broadcast live on YouTube. Go to luinfo.com. But no love lost between these two teams.
Oh my gosh, you should hear. You got to listen to the Fort Zumwalt East player interview I did last night, and there's a fantastic truth that's in there.
Well, we've got the players to watch here. If you're looking at the Fort Zumwalt North, hey Grant, you know where Fort Zumwalt is, right?
Oh, I won a football game there. You had no.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Come on.
So I make sure because you don't know where Alavena is. So
I don't know where that is.
Carson Spies is their leading goal scorer. He's 13 goals, 9 assists for 22 points. Andrew Riggle, second leading point getter, 6 goals, 8 assists. Caden Smith from the defensive side of the puck, one of your guys.
Love it.
4-4 with 8 points, and then Rowan Meyer. But in a game like this, you're always going to see somebody kind of lift up their game and probably get a big goal.
It's a new year.
I'm putting my money on David Rinke. He's a defenseman. is played in 11 games. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist, but just, I just have this feeling that a defenseman, and not a high-scoring defenseman, a guy who plays the game tough, physical in the corners, I think he's going to factor in the game-winning goal for Zumwalt North. I'm calling it.
Grant, I kind of feel like this is like a bet MGM DraftKings moment that Jared just had here.
Well, I might be coming up. I might be
don't
coming up
know
with
if
a
that's
new bit.
I don't know if that's legal.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
because
I can take your action.
I'm the North guy. Oh, you got a VPN to work in Illinois?
No, I'm saying I can do the.
All right,
I can take the odds.
we got to stop this right now. So tell us a little bit about what we see from East, because East has got some some players like Owen Major and Harrison Land. How was I haven't had a chance to talk to North yet, but let's preview this game as best we can.
I will just say that when I asked how amped up they were for this game, I mean, it was crystal clear. These boys they are ready. They're excited. I think they've had this game circled for a while. The chirp is well worth listening to because it's in so many words is you better be ready. So sounds like a great tilt to me. A great game. If you're out in the St. Charles area, even if you're not dropping your kid at hockey or playing or just want to go watch a good hockey game, go check it out.
Well, and on top of that, this weekend in general, if you're out at Wentzville or the Recplex or Centene or even Maryville and Creve Coeur, you're up in that kind of northwest quadrant. Don't be shy. Stop over at Chicken and Pickle. Pickleball season may be over, but they've got the ice rink set up. It's a great place to go in, get some food, some refreshments. There's going to be hockey and playoff football on every screen. So be sure to go check out our friends at Chicken and Pickle in St. Charles, just right as you go into the casino there, overlooking the beautiful Missouri River.
Well, that's a great segue because this is one of just 2 of the best NFL football weekends. I know this is a hockey show, but let's just for a minute or 2 talk about NFL football.
No, I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass.
Because the Lions aren't in.
I'm going to pass. I didn't get my Christmas.
Come on.
But did I ever need to chirp you about
No.
Kenny Gainwell and Jalen Warren running all over the Detroit Lions and
Is
eliminating them?
DK Metcalf playing?
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
That fan had it coming to him.
Whatever. All I know is this. If you don't even score a field goal in the third quarter for 3 straight games, I don't care if you're the highest scoring team in the league. They would have just kicked a field goal.
They had -9 yards against the Steelers.
All they had to do was kick a field goal. But you got to admit that call. All right, we're going to go. You brought it up. I'm going here.
Let's go.
That call on Amon-Ra, that PI call where he lateraled it right back to Goff, and Goff scored, and they called it back. I mean, those refs were clowns.
It was the most obvious pass interference of all time. You can't extend your arms.
Whatever. I'm sorry.
The first one was ticky tack.
The first one was even worse.
The 5 yard doesn't exist for
I know,
players.
but
It's with a yard.
But the reality is one man's extension is another man's. Just like I ran into him. He's taking my spot.
That seemed like a double entendre.
Exactly.
They also should have blown the play dead because Amon-Ra's forward progress was definitely.
Hey, that's a judgment call. It's all judgment.
So,
my judgment is
you guys beat the Bears though.
I mean, of all, and you knew we were going to.
Yes.
You knew we were going to. And not only that, we lose that game. Then we lost the next game to
Vikings.
the Vikings, which is don't get me started. We lose that game to the Vikings, and then the Packers go out and lose to the Ravens. And so, it's like.
Yeah, it was an interesting week 18, but it's also
My dad used to say, "If wishes were horses, all moved." So,
yeah,
there's another one.
True.
If wishes were horses, all moved. And the Lions, the lie downs would be in the playoffs.
So what I want to know is, were you yelling at the TV? Were your eyes closed at the end of the Pittsburgh game? What was going on in your head?
I was yelling. I think I probably made the neighbors concerned.
Yeah.
Both yelling and before and after.
Well,
I think I almost passed out. I was running around my house.
If you had missed field goal on your bingo card, man, that was one of the best football games I watched in quite some time.
That was an
really
awesome
good.
game.
So who's your team that we have a playoff game tonight? We have
College
college
football playoff.
Yeah,
Yeah, Miami, Ole Miss.
My team is Ole Miss. I want Ole Miss to win
There's
the
always
national
awesome.
championship because that is fun. And their quarterback went to Ferris State in Michigan. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Powerhouse, by the way.
In D2, absolutely. My uncle went there for a little bit.
There you go.
And that's where the original hockey rink when we played at Central Michigan was in Big Rapids.
So
I'm
who
talking
do,
Big
who do
Rapids.
Steelers play?
Steelers play the Texans on Monday Night Football.
They're gonna get wiped.
You know the last time the Steelers lost a Monday Night Football game at home?
When
1991.
are they at home? Oh,
Yeah.
because
They won the division.
well, didn't the Texans?
Nope.
No.
Jaguars did.
Oh, the Jaguars. Didn't they?
I'm not saying they're going to win, but they have not lost a home Monday night game since
Go Chargers.
well before my
Show me
birth.
your lightning bolts. Go Chargers.
You want the Chargers to beat the
Oh,
Patriots?
dude, I want the. I want the Chargers
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
We got to tie a bow on this.
Yes, sir. Well, everybody, thanks again for joining us here on Two Mini Men on the Mic. Again, if you're cruising around town and you're on the radio over the weekend, you want to hear a great hockey game, tune into AM 590 KLIS tomorrow night at 7:25. And to watch a great hockey game and get professional level broadcasting by the folks over at Lindenwood, go to luinfo.com, click on Mid-States Game of the Week under Two Mini Men on the Mic. They'll take you to our YouTube broadcast.
Also, you can just go to Luinfo on YouTube too.
That's true. You can also do that. That's easier.
Both
That's-
of them work.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Anyways, folks, thanks for coming. We shoot, he scores, play the song, and let me hear the horn. Can I call? Should I go to the other room to call the coach?
Oh, you can call him.
Oh, here.
All right. That's pulling. Fred. Pacific. Pretty close.
There's nothing worse than driving the Pacific in the rain.
Let me get everything.
Actually, you know what? I don't have.
So you laying a bet down on the Steelers?
I will. Yes, I will bet on them to win.
I was just gonna ask, what are you betting?
I